So welcome guys to another Resto Designs video. In today's video, we're going to be covering the Silver Mark II GTI 25 project, which is unfortunately has been null and void. Coronavirus has knocked us on the head. And I've actually sold the car without actually trying. So today's video is going to consist of actually getting the shell rolling. So I'm going to put the rear beam on, put the front subframe on, and steering column and all that kind of stuff on there, and kind of get it all ready to go so that it can leave by the weekend. So by the time you see this video, it would have been sold, hopefully. Maybe due to it being a rare color, silver, and also the number plate, which is quite nice on it. With no further ado, let me switch the camera around and you can see all the junk that was in the car that I've taken out, which I'd kind of accumulated for it, that bits that was needed. So let's have a look now. 239s with the 90mm drive shafts, they're going to go back on the car with the subframe. It's going to be rolling on space savers. I think maybe I've showed you guys, I can't remember. This is the engine bay. I got the engine bay redone. The battery tray was really rusty, as well as the rest of the front leg was. I actually brought a leg from Portugal, a cut, and heart and soul welded it on. So that's all done and dealt with. Here's a few lines that you can see, Mark III ones, which I've pushed through with the fuel tank. These are rust-free original wings that I bought from Portugal. It's a really complete car. I mean, these gutter trims always kind of break, and it's really good condition. The sunroof also works on it. Yeah, it's got all the trims, wheel arches. This wheel arch is bad, but I've got a few spares that the car comes with. It's got all the carpets, and it comes with 2 front seats, which are not too bad. These are actually off my other Mark II, and these are all the spares. So the central console, the original steering column, all the side mouldings and gear linkages and trims, and a couple of grills, as well as the front slam panel with some dodgy crystal headlights. This is the rear beam. I gave it a quick lick of paint, as well as I put some poly bushes on it. So that's going to go with it. And also here's the rear screen, just leaning up against this 944 turbo from California, with the spoiler on it, because again I brought a tailgate which was rust free from Portugal. Normally these kind of rust around, you see that focuses around where the number plate goes. They tend to rust around there quite badly, and this one's actually rust free. Not pretty rust free, it is rust free, which is pretty cool. The benefits of a dry climate. Okay, so I've managed to get the rear beam on by myself with a jack. So I always put the shocks on first and then lever it up. Also leave these brackets loose, so it's an easier to kind of guide it in, and everything is kind of finger tight. Now I've looked everywhere through the car, as you saw. I've taken all the stuff out, and for the life of me I can't find the stub axles, which is a pain in the ass. So I'm gonna have to order some stub axles and come back in a few days or tomorrow to put the stub axles on to get the rear done. So at least this is kind of done as far as I can take it. Now I'm just going to do the subframe, which is over here. So for the mess and the moss, put the wishbones in. And the reason why I put the wishbones in is to make my life a little bit easier. I'm also going to put the hubs on, just loosely on with the bolts, and then it's just a matter of kind of sliding them in, so then it kind of suspends the subframe in place. You'll see what I mean in a minute. Okay, so what I've done is just got a bit of wire that I found just to keep the drive shaft out of the way, because it can get in the way. I do miss my workshop in Portugal, where I've got everything, bungee cables and all the bits I need. Basically here is like working in a scrapyard to just grab what's around you. It's not great, but it is what it is. So yep, so let's get that one on now. I'm going to put the other drive shaft, the other hub on the other side, and then I can maneuver this into place. Okay, so before I can finish today and get the front totally down, the front end, and then wait for those rear stub axles to appear, obviously the plans originally for the car was to go 20 valve turbo and also to go 5100 with like 312s on the front and 16s and stuff. So I just cut this off just for ease, but now obviously sending the car, I need to put the car back on its original stub axle. So the quickest and easiest way really is just to angle grind this bolt off and then hammer this off so I can get this on, so I can wrap up for the day. It's getting cold. Yep, so took all of 30 seconds with a plasma disc. So there you go, easy peasy, just with the grinder. Okay, so the front end, at least the front end's down on the floor. I've got about 80%, 90% of it done, what I wanted to achieve today, which was to go through the car, what was going to go with the car, what wasn't, what was rubbish, what wasn't, and I've organised that. Unfortunately, I've looked high and low for these rear stub axles and I can't find them anywhere. I've had a quick look on eBay, and they're a lot cheaper on eBay than they are from German and Swedish or Euro car parts. So, and they take a few days to come, 2 days apparently. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to pack up for today. So I'm back, 2 days have gone past. The car's exactly as it was as I left it, obviously. No one's come to fix it, unfortunately for me. So yeah, I've got these stub axles, which turned up. It was a good deal at 45 pounds, I think it was, with delivery for the pair. Like I said earlier on, German and Swedish and Euro car parts were doing 45 each. So yeah, it's almost half the price, and they're the same brand as well. So also in the package that's going with the car, he also gets 2 good bumpers, because these ones are really quite poor. So I had these in stock. They've also got fog lights, as well as the car actually has fog lights as well. So at least he gets a spare set, or out of the 2 sets he can make 1 good set, I'm sure. These bumpers are really quite good condition, not too bad, whereas these ones have been painted and they're just probably not up to spec really. So yeah, so he can actually to sweeten the deal a little bit, he got those bumpers as well. Okay, so in the end that was pretty simple, getting it rolling. I thought it was going to be a bit more difficult. I'm quite happy that it's going to be going to a good home and it's going to be back on the road. It's going to be really important to kind of keep these Mark IIs going, especially this kind of rare colour as well, silver. So that's another car gone. 2 weeks, 2 videos, 2 cars gone. I'm going to be sad to see this one go, more than I was with the convertible. The convertible was always, I only bought that car for the seats, whereas this one, you know, as you guys saw, I was going to put the 20 valve in there off the Mark IV, off my track car, with 330 horsepower, with the O2S and the diff in it, and it just would have been a really nice car. And potentially I would have sold it as well, actually, maybe at one point, but I would have at least used it for the shows in 2021. But obviously with COVID now, I think shows even for this year is going to be a thing of the past, maybe only towards maybe the end of the year. and traveling backwards and forwards also, I think it's going to be quite difficult to actually finish this project if I'm kind of more in Portugal than I am here in the UK. So it's going to make it really difficult to me actually realistically finish this project. And I've got so many other projects on at the moment as well as customers' cars. So it's just not enough time. There's not enough hours in the day to finish so many projects. So the convertible's gone. This is going to be gone. So in next week's video, I'm going to be tackling Leon's car. So I'm going to make a start on that with the brakes, get it started, see what's wrong with the brakes, with the master cylinder, and try and sort out the front grille and the intercooler, and kind of start assessing what needs to be done and make a list on that. So thanks for watching. Subscribe, ding-a-ling-a-ling, click on the notification bell. Keep it safe and keep it fresh.